So I started my business as a blog in 2014. I had a really great job in international marketing for a biotech company here in Lincoln. It was a great job, I loved it, but it wasn't really fulfilling me creatively. This is Goldenrod Pastries, this corner of paradise for me, is what I've always wanted to do since I was 6 years old when the Food Network came out. And I vividly remember Emeril Lagasse teaching me how to chop an onion, and I convinced my mom to let me try it in the kitchen, which I don't know if it was a great idea for a 6 or 7-year-old, but it was pretty awesome. I knew that I wanted to have a bakery. I knew that I wanted to feed people, and it's the only thing I've ever wanted to do. So I worked through kitchens for a really long time, and ultimately, around 2014, learned that I have an allergy to dairy. And so for me, that was devastating because I couldn't eat anything that everybody else was eating, and I couldn't eat what I had been trained in French cuisine to make with butter and heavy cream. So I was like, okay, I have to figure this out. And so I started baking things, and I figured that if I was trying new recipes, it would be less in vain if I was sharing those recipes with other people. So it was a hobby that quickly changed into something else when I was late to work many days because I was waiting for the perfect light to come in my kitchen window so I could take perfect photos for my blog, and running to the grocery store over my lunch hour to get supplies for the wedding tasting over the weekend. It really got out of control, so it became more than a full-time job within a few months. By September 2014, I was looking for a space, so that was like April to September, it was a few months, and I called the landlord of this space on the corner of 48th and Prescott, and it was right after this really lovely photo of me just looking longingly at the space, and he said it was already taken and hung up on me, and so I kind of just let things marinate for a couple of months, and I found out in December that had fallen through. So I called him again over my lunch hour. I had very productive lunch hours and got really efficient at driving up and down 48th Street too. So I called him again and I said, I hear that may have fallen through, and he said yes, and told me how much it was, and I said, okay, I'll take it. And I didn't have a business plan, which turns out you need, and I didn't have any money either, because the goal of this other job was to save money for a bakery, which didn't really pan out. So anyway, that was January 2015 that I signed the lease, and we opened May 16th, 2015. And my idyllic bakery world was that I would put some cookies in the oven and I would help customers, and it would be just this really nice storybook kind of experience. So I opened with one employee, me, and had a line down the block for all 4 hours of our grand opening party. My dad was greeting people at the door, my sister and brother were helping wrap things up, my husband was ringing people up, I was frantically trying to wrap things in boxes, and I realized that maybe things were a little bit different than I had expected. So fast forward to now, I have 11 employees, all women. That was at our 1-year anniversary party last May. It seems like, I don't remember my life before Goldenrod, so it's weird to think that that was less than a year ago. We are a group of people who support each other. We're a very inclusive, positive environment. I'm very careful with who I hire. It's been a learning process for sure. I don't hire people solely based on experience. I hire people who care about food, who are passionate about it, who love to eat it, and who love to feed people and take care of people. Because that's what we do. We take care of people. People come to a pastry shop to feel happy. They come to a pastry shop to get something that's going to make their day better. So that's always our goal. I luckily right now have a team of women who care about those things, and it's a really beautiful experience. Like on Valentine's Day this week, we had hundreds and hundreds of people coming through the door, and none of them were coming in to contemplate what's going on in the world, to talk about politics, to say anything bad about anyone. They were coming in to buy gifts and to take them to people and to make them feel better, and to be a part of that and to see it happen for 8 really long hours on Tuesday. It's always a really, really amazing experience when you sit back and really think about what we're doing. So we are really active on social media, and that's kind of where we have built most of our customer base. We try to create an experience within the bakery of joy and of happiness. We also try to do that with our online presence. We try to provide a place of solace and a place of happiness, a place that engages people and makes them feel better in the middle of their day. We pack up pastries in little pink boxes and wrap them with satin ribbon that says Goldenrod in navy. We give you little pink cards, magenta cards that you'll see here in a minute, that has gold foil. That is a really good cake. We have little pink cards that are going to show up here in just a minute that say you are loved. And that's a reminder for our customers, and it's a reminder for the friends that they're giving the pastries to. Below that, it says random active pastry. That encourages people to pay it forward, to remind people that they are loved and give them a little surprise in the day. So Goldenrod to me is a lot of things. It's changed a lot for me over the past few years. It is a place that hopefully allows people to take a break from chasing their goals, from chasing their success, from running away from their problems, and just get to experience pleasure for a few minutes. When I started, this business was about me and what I've always wanted to do, and it has changed a lot into the community that we've built with my coworkers and with the community that we've built within Lincoln. To me, it's a really magical place, and the things that we get to experience and see happen in our store really fill my bucket, as they say. I hope you get to stop by and see us, just so you can feel what we get to feel on a regular basis. And maybe somebody will finally get a cake and just eat it with their hands.